look in the top. If the stick is pointing left, then that means you should pull the lever. So if you come over here, this stick's pointing left for number 1. So if you go to the thing over there labeled 1, then that means that any of them there have to have this one pulled. But if you see this pattern up here, ignore that lever.
What pattern?
However, Colt.
What pattern?
What?
Which pattern?
Okay, these little patterns here. This bottom pattern here, and this top pattern up there. Okay? Think about where the lever stick is pointed. And it kind of reminds you of the glazed terracotta a bit. This left one, now this is pointing left, representing pull. So that means that if you see this that means that for number 1, if you see something with this pattern, you should pull the lever. If you see something with this pattern, you should ignore the lever underneath that pattern. However, that's for number 1. And if you come over here, Colt, you can see something else.
Yeah.
Colt. No. Nah, you'll see. No.
Okay, I'm seeing now.
Okay, Colt.
Hey, can you turn it on peaceful?
Why?
Or can I have infinite hunger?
Yeah, hang on. Takes a minute. Okay, now it's on peaceful. Now come over here. You see how red is 1, 2 is blue, 3 is green. Reminds you of there, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't go 1, 2, 3 up there. It's 3, 1, 2 up there.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Does that mean that we need to?
So that means that, Colt, just run up there and try and solve the puzzle. Using all the information I gave you. This has nothing to do with the puzzle. This is a hint. This is not the puzzle. It's a hint.
I don't like puzzles.
You don't like puzzles? You do not like puzzles. Do you give up?
I give up.
Okay, Colt, rejoin. I'll do the puzzle for you. I'll do the puzzle already. I'll do the puzzle for you. You already give up.
I joined. Sorry, my head exploded.
Why are these delays? Okay, seriously though, why are these delays not going to the note block? I was playing a note block somewhere. They escaped the note block range somehow. They should not. They programmed to be impossible for them to do that. So Colt, using all the puzzle information, let me explain it. You're not gonna have to do the puzzle, but I'm going to explain how it would have helped me. Okay? I go over here. I look how these are pointing. If that means that if the little stick on the lever is pointing left, then I have to pull. But if it's pointing on the right, I have to ignore. So over here, number 1. If I see this pattern above a lever, then pull the lever. Then pull that lever. However, if I see this pattern above a lever, ignore that lever.
Do I pull that lever?
And no, not these levers. But then, Colt, you see how it's number 1?
I'm not Katie.
Colt.
I'm not your sister. Eh?
Anyway, Colt, you see how it says number 1?
Yeah.
Well, if you come over here, this little red block has a number 1 on it, meaning that the true number 1 is actually the one in the middle. So the true number 1 is actually number 2. So that entire pattern. So using that information, Colt, I would see, I should pull this lever and this lever. Boom. Number 1 is done. Now do the same thing for 2 and 3.
Me?
Yeah. There, I just
My brain's about to explode, not gonna lie.
All you have to do, Colt, is just read it the same way I read it. Just read it the same way I explained it to you. Do you want me to complete the entire puzzle? Colt, if you give up, I can complete the rest of the puzzle for you.
I pull. But what does this mean?
Colt, I'll do it for you. Okay, look at number 2. You see how the stick is pointing? Because the stick is pointing that way, Colt. That means that if I see this pattern above a lever, then I should pull it. However, if I see this pattern above a lever, I should not pull it. So I go over here. And
Oh!
because it's on number 2, which represents blue, then we actually have to go to the third one to do that. To do that same pattern.
That means that you pull all of these.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And then now.
Okay, I get it.
Okay. Now the last one I made a bit more complicated though. The last one though, I made it to trip you up a bit. It might trip you up a bit if you're so used to the pattern that the first two had. Come over to the door. It's open now. Hey Cole, I'm about to make you rage though. It's closed now. Okay, Cole, but come out. I'm about to make you rage. Ready? If I pull all
Okay.
these levers back up, I have something to show you. Stand.
Okay.
If you pull every single, I haven't had an anti-cheating system, so by simply pulling every single lever, it'll also open the door.